One small business owner waged war against the Service Employees International Union, and he won. David Bego is the author of the book, The Devil at My Doorstep. He is the president of Executive Management Services. He joins the company now to explain what's been going on. David, welcome to the program.
Hi, Stuart. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Let me see if I got this right. You founded a company. You grew the company. You've ended up with, I believe, several thousand employees. The SEIU wanted to organize a union within your company. They literally came onto your property, your premises, and tried to bully you into giving way to the union. You fought them off, you resisted, and you won. Is that the story you're telling in your book?
That's it in a nutshell, Stuart.
Okay, now I want to know what kind of tactics the union was actually using. I've used the expression bullying. Tell us.
Well, there were several, and it was against our employees. It was also against our customers and me personally and people in our neighborhood. Things like in downtown Indianapolis, some of our employees, they would try and force them to sign union cards, and the employees weren't interested, and they'd coerce them by offering money, and the people said no. And we had one lady that was so scared she had police intervene for her. And our supervisors walk her out at night, and finally they got to her and they just said, sign the card because you're going to be union whether you like it or not. Now,
I'm going to run some video of the SEIU literally invading the personal property, the home of someone who they opposed. Now, this is a pretty direct challenge on the home turf to the private house of someone that they were demonstrating against. A Bank of America executive, actually. Now, I'm calling that real bullying and probably illegal tactics. Did the union rise to the same level against your employees?
Yeah, they did, not as with many people, but in Halloween 2007, they used young kids to come into the neighborhood I live in, and they trick-or-treated at people's houses. And after they got their candy, the kids would hand out flyers that defamed my company and said that the buildings we cleaned were houses of horrors and our people were abused and intimidated in the evenings. And they had a couple cars with union organizers out in the streets at each house as they passed out the flyers. Scared our neighbors and the poor little kids, which was the worst part. They were scared to death to walk up the driveway and hand me the flyer.
That's a disgrace.
Mr. Bego, how high up the chain do you have evidence in terms of how high up this went at the SEIU?
Well, the SEIU is very good about isolating themselves corporately. They keep their information pretty much at the local level, the cities they do business in.
Now, Mr. Bego, you won. In other words, the union did not take over your company, did not represent the workers within your company. Now, how did you win? Did you go to court, or did you just convince your employees that they didn't want this union?
Well, first of all, you have to understand this is not a program to organize employees. It's a program to organize employers. It's forced unionism. And they came to me and wanted me to sign a neutrality agreement that would basically give my employees rights to a secret ballot election away. It's the same as the Employee Free Choice Act they're trying to get passed through Congress. And I refused to sign it, and when I refused, they said, we like conversation, but we embrace confrontation. So they did all these different things, the rallies in the streets and the picketing and everything. And one other quick event, they filed an OSHA complaint against us at a city that said we were forcing employees to carry human body parts out at night. Jeez. And they filed over 40 unfair labor practices against us. And we decided that the only way we were going to win is do the same thing with them. So we used the National Labor Relations Board, and we did it professionally. We did it by the book, within the law, and we filed charges against them. And we won 3 major charges that we filed, and that's how we beat them.
David Bego, a pleasure. Thanks for joining us. So you are the author of the book, The Devil at My Doorstep. Thanks for appearing on this program today, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart, for having me. Appreciate it.